Alright, today I'm going to be reacting to Jacked and Stacked Hardcore Self-Improvement. I'll just call him JNS, just so it's short. And I had made a video a couple days ago reacting to this photo. Basically what it was, if you haven't seen it, pretty much some dude, and I didn't write this by the way, for some reason he thinks I wrote it, I did not write it. But it's some dude pretty much saying how, your most basic people, they just go through life kinda, and they usually just stumble upon a wife, friends, a job, without really much thought or self-improvement. So I'm going to be reacting to a few things that he said. Obviously, I'm not going to play the whole video because it's very, very long. It's half an hour. So if you want to watch it, I'll leave the link, and you can go check it out. But I'm just going to respond to a couple claims or things that he said.
There's just normal kids in high school who just decided to play sports, and women just kind of gravitated to them. Guys, sports is a form of self-improving. They said how, guys, we shouldn't have to self-improve at the top. Self-improvement, sports is self-improvement, guys. There's a physical component. So a lot of these guys who play football, they were lifting weights and working out in high school, right? I played football a little while, right? I was lifting weights. They had us, doing weights and exercise pull-ups and stuff. So you're gym maxing. They technically are gym maxing. That already does something to your brain. It helps your motivation, your confidence, right? So the athletes, that's why athletes in high school and stuff did so well, because
so around the 4-minute mark, after he talks about nature and nurture, he brings up that sports is a form of self-improvement. But I have a question. You will tend to notice the people playing these sports have good genetics to begin with. Football, for example, you will not find anyone in the NFL who is under 5'8". And if you do, there's probably only a tiny handful. And the problem with that is, are girls attracted to them? Probably not. And it's like, why would I want to join a sport where I get mogged into a third realm? And I understand that there's the enjoyment factor to sports. That's why people play them. And I'm sure there's people who only play sports to get girls. If they do that, whatever. It's their choice. But you claimed that, athletes, they're more motivated, confident because, they got to work out, because they're athletes. But all sports has ever done in my life, and trust me, I've done it all. I've played so many sports throughout my life. All it has ever done for me is the complete opposite. Brought me low self-esteem, terrible confidence. I was bullied horribly in every sport I ever played.
And coping. This is a cope. This guy right here probably say, "Oh, you're coping, bro, with the self-improving." Bro, you're coping. You're coping because you know that you don't really want to put in the work because you're too lazy. That's right, sir. That's what it is. You're just too lazy, bro. You're too lazy to put in the work. So what you want to do is you want to cope and say, "Oh yeah, man, it's not even worth it in the end. Like you shouldn't have to self-improve for what someone else gets naturally." What a load of crap, bro. What a cope, the massive cope, right? Massive coper, dude. This dude who wrote this, I don't know if he wrote it, but whoever wrote it.
And there it is, the laziness gaslight that I have been talking about. There it is. I really wish that these people would watch just more than one video. Like, seriously. If only he knew, if he would have even seen a video from, I don't know, like a couple of days ago. Like, seriously, I'm on a weight loss journey, which I'm skinny now, pretty much. I lost 48 pounds. I'm doing good, feeling good about myself. Can't complain. Maybe it's time to hit the gym. I don't know. And it's like these people, first off, they don't know your life either. For someone, myself, who is supposedly lazy, I sure am out of the house most of the day, 12 hours a day. Work, college simultaneously. It's hard. It really is hard. Still, while trying to maintain a social life, it is very difficult. I wouldn't call myself lazy. Very unmotivated, though. I will say that. I am very unmotivated. But still, I am proud of myself for losing weight. And this dude, he I don't understand. He's like, you don't want to put in the work. It's like, well, I am. You just don't see it. And here's something. Let me give an example real quick. First, I'd like to say people don't see the process. They only see the results. They never see the process of what you did and how to get there. They only see the results. And that example I was going to say is, Let's say there's two men, man one and man two. Let's say they're both looking for jobs. Man one, he goes to his dad and says, hey, can I work for your business? His dad says, sure, why not? He gets very lucky that his dad's, open to giving him the job. Now let's say man two sends out 50 job applications, gets them all denied, goes on tons of interviews, gets rejected on all of, the job interviews, and then they both meet up. And man one says, oh, bro, you must be lazy. You just don't want to put in the work. You're a loser. You're just lazy. That's exactly what happens with me. These people only want to see results, no process. You must be lazy, bro. You must. It's like, no.
We all get rejected in high school, bro. Literally, no one really gets laid in high school except literally like the athletes, the cool kids, whatever. No one gets laid in high school, bro. Guys, college is not like, it's not what it used to be. Used to, you go to college, man, and it was just kind of like everybody was fucking, like everybody was just hooking up. It was just crazy, right? College isn't like that anymore, man. College is not like that, right? College for most guys is shit. For me, college was just a massive struggle. I struggled to get anything, bro. It was so tough in college. It was brutal, man. I wasn't complaining though on the internet. I didn't complain. I didn't even know about this stuff back then. I didn't know this content existed. College is brutal for most guys, bro. You're not special. You're not special because you didn't get laid in high school. You're not special because you didn't get laid in college, bro. You're not special, bro. I know a lot of these guys who do this complaining, they think they're so special, like their situation is so unique. It's not unique, bro.
Okay, so he says, guys don't get laid in high school that much, which I agree. The numbers are going up, male sexlessness. I agree with him 100%. But then he also says how college, it's a struggle, it's brutal. Not that many guys are hooking up there either. But it's like, wait a minute. So when are guys having sex? That's what I want to know from what you said. So if guys aren't getting laid in high school and guys are barely getting laid in college, when are they getting laid?
I wish I was 18 again. Oh, I had the best time in my life. It's like, wait a minute. I thought things were supposed to get better. So again, a very bad point. Okay, so here's the thing, bro. Most people aren't self-improving, right? Most people in life, I got a lot of friends, bro. Almost none of them are doing the things we're doing. None of these guys are doing self-improving. Looks maxing, looking into ways to improve themselves. They're not doing it, bro. So of course, most people arrive at 30 or arrive at, whatever 30 plus, whatever age they are. And of course they make conclusions that, yeah, it was a better time then because they haven't done the work. These people are the people who wasted 18 to 30 partying, living the life up that they miss. And now they're dealing with the consequences, right? Wasted time. They didn't build anything financially. They're still in the same place they were. Maybe they made a bad mistake, got married, had a kid. Who knows, right? Most people aren't doing the right things. If you ask a man who actually self-improved and took his 20 seriously and put in work, I can guarantee you that guy will say like, oh yeah, life has gotten better. Right? Because even for me, I'm approaching 30, and guess what? Life has gotten significantly better than it was even just 3 years ago. So yes, bro, if you're doing the right things, it does get better. Unless life happens or you get sick or something happens, right? Which is just out of your control. But life does get better for the self-improving man, for the man who's putting in work, the man who's actually developing himself internally, externally, every single way, putting in the gym, Jack, getting muscle early on, putting on muscle during his prime when he can actually build muscle and keep that muscle throughout his life. That's the guy who you can ask at 30 and be like, hey, how's life? He'll be like, man, life's amazing right now. I'm in the best place. So it just doesn't make sense to conclude, because you ask any 30-year-old, but you have to remember that most 30-year-olds aren't doing the right thing. They're not doing the right things to be in a better place at 30.
Okay, so this is around the 15-minute mark. It was basically after I had said that, when people like myself look up to older people for advice, they will usually say things get better with age, but they're also the same people who say, oh, my late teens and early 20s was the best time in my life. Nothing will ever top that. But then it's like, wait a minute. I thought it's supposed to get better when you're older. And he said that's a bad point because they weren't self-improving. That's why they're looking back. Instead of self-improving, they spent their time, partying. But isn't that ideal though? Wouldn't you want that? And by saying that, you kind of said what I was saying. You're saying that these people, they didn't self-improve in their 20s, but yet they were having a fun time. They didn't need to self-improve to have friends or relationship. They just had a fun time. And it's like, well, wait, isn't that what you're arguing against? And he pretty much is trying to just say that the self-improving man, it'll be worth it. You'll look back, you'll be proud of what you did. And it's like, yeah, like that's great, but I can guarantee you that there are some people out there who do spend years self-improving and their only potential is a 3 out of 10. It's like, what do you do with that? Because I know it's definitely possible. It's definitely happened. It's like, then what do you do? What's the solution to that? That's like a question I have. Well, what is the solution to that? And here's a problem I have. He pretty much makes it seem like I'm anti-self-improvement. I've never told anyone how to live their lives. I don't ever give advice. My channel basically consists of me just telling stories of things that happen and just, random stuff I find interesting. That's pretty much about it. If you want to self-improve, if you think you can ascend, then go for it.
I don't know who he's talking about. Most people I know who are the same age as me, they're not married and have kids. They're still free, just doing their thing. Like, they're not, I don't know who he's asking. I don't know who this guy's talking about. Clearly he didn't do enough asking around, because it just doesn't make sense, bro. Your prime, he said that, your prime, I'll argue your prime is between 18 and 30, which I don't know, it could be true. I'll find out soon. I mean, I'll be 30 soon, and then I'll keep a track on how things are going, and I'll update you guys, but we'll see soon. I don't really know. Maybe that is true. Maybe, once you're past the age of 30, maybe you do get, slower, whatever, weaker. But most of the guys I know who are in their 30s, they're fucking more jacked than me. They look better than me. Jacked, money, whatever. Like, they mock the hell out of me, and they mock the hell out of you guys probably too. They mock all of us. It's a bunch of dudes in their 30s. I don't know. He must not be getting out enough. He must not be getting out and actually seeing the real world, bro. He's just seeing through these like black pill lenses, and he's just picking out, oh yeah, see, look at this guy. He's 30 plus, and he looks like that. He looks like shit.
All right, now here's pretty much another gaslight. He pretty much said, I clearly don't go outside, which I'm almost positive I go out maybe more than him. I'm always outside doing shit. I got a busy life at that, but I'm not going to compare whatever it is what it is. But here's the thing, like, I don't know why he said that. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, that I said, you lose your friends after 30 when they get married. He said, my friends aren't married, which again is anecdotal. Nothing wrong with that. His friends aren't married. But to say that, that's irrelevant, it doesn't make sense. It's like, what is the average age to get married? I know it's like a lot later now, but it can't be over, your mid 30s. No way. Female fertility doesn't last forever. Of course, men can wait longer, but most people get married in their late 20s to early 30s. So again, people like myself who have never had a relationship get left behind while our friends move on with their relationships. It's like, how is that not relevant?
What can you do as a man to self-improve? Are you really asking that? The DBDR? Are you really asking that, bro? Okay, yes, gym. You said the gym. Diet, haircut, piercings, growing a beard, eyebrow transplant, or thickening your eyebrows or putting castor oil on them. Doing different hairstyles. You can do, gym, making your neck thicker. Even making your neck thicker will change the appearance of how you look. You can do mewing. You can do fillers. What the fuck is he talking about, bro? Mental issues, you can start to do therapy for those. You can meditate, you can journal, you can write, work on your internal confidence. All these things show on the outside too, though, your energy, the vibe you give off, right? So I don't know what this guy's talking about how can men self-improve besides the gym. Bro, you have no idea. Guys, do not listen to this. Any type of content like this, do not listen to this. I bet this guy's probably like 18, 19, 20, 21. Don't listen, guys. This guy has not lived long enough to make any type of conclusions that he should be telling other people. We don't need this content infecting young men who haven't even gave it a shot. He's already trying to ruin them because he's given up. Right? He's too lazy to put in self-improvement. Yeah, bro. You Mr. DBDR. Don't make other people, share your misery because you're miserable. You're too lazy to put in work and at least try before you make conclusions. Yeah, because if you're 22, 21, you haven't lived long enough to actually try. It takes years as a man to self-improve, to look better.
Okay, so the final thing he said, I agree with 100%. This was one of the last things he said. He said it a couple times throughout his video, and I agree. The one thing, though, is first, and if you watched any of my videos besides that one, he would know I haven't given up yet. You might see a video one day in the future, who knows how long, that says DBDR's first date. Who knows? But the whole the not even trying thing, this is what I have to say about that. And I really hope he watches this. I really do. But when you're like me, first let me just talk about myself real quick for 2 seconds. I know all there is to know about trying. I seriously do. I used to be a huge day game coper. I used to go to the mall and cold approach girls for fun with my friends in hopes to get something. And it never worked. I thought if you said this line, did this. I used to be big into like MGTOW and red pill shit when I was a teenager. And I used to think like, oh, if I go to the mall and I say this and do this, then they'll say yes. But it never worked out. Like, it was just so bad. I have tons of warm approach rejections. It's like, if I didn't try, I wouldn't have this channel, because I have so much shit, so many things that happen. And when you live in a big city, so much shit happens, It's like I wouldn't have anything to talk about then. But it seems like on a weekly basis, everything is just something is happening, But what he said about the, the young guys who were like still teenagers who haven't tried yet, I think that's ridiculous too. I'm with him on that. Because I've had people like in my comments say like, oh, I'm 18, like word for word, and say I've never tried and it's over. It's like I always reply and say, at least give it a couple cold approaches before you call it quits. Because like of course you're not gonna get anywhere if you don't try at least a couple times. Like that's what I always found that shit ridiculous. But I think that's why so many people think we don't try, is because there are people who actually don't try, who are just like your basic normal looking people who are young and they just don't try, which I said I agree with them on that 100%. At least give it a couple cold approaches, warm approaches if you're friends with someone, anything. And I'm going to say it one more time. I know he doesn't watch my channel. I've been losing weight. I've been talking about it a little bit. I've lost so much weight. I'm very skinny right now. Very skinny. Then here's the thing. Here's what I'm about to say. It hasn't changed my life. It hasn't brought me any results yet. Still getting rejected, still same old life. So then it's like, okay, now what? The gym, which I'm going to do very soon. And it's like, what if that doesn't work either? See the problem? It's like everyone has a different reaching potential. Not everyone can be this amazing, Chad. Here's the thing. Not everyone can even be average. If, going to the gym doesn't work, it's like, okay, now what? Now what do I do? I'm going to give it a try. I'll let you guys know how it goes. But because I have the resources, all my friends go to the gym, so why not? Give it a try. I lost all this weight, might as well build some muscle, and if that doesn't work, it's like, still, what do you do? And if you want to check out JNS's channel, link in description, and yeah, that's pretty much it.